Okay, so you guys have been asking me to make a building tutorial for you, and today we are gonna do that. So what is the topic and what kind of tree that are we gonna make? Well, the tree that we're gonna make is a SAKURA tree. Well, you guys have been asking me to do it and also to give you small advices, and I guess this thing will help you to improve a little bit. Well, it depends on you if you make it like you practice more and more. First off, you need to make a simple type of base or the body of the tree in here, or the skeleton, let's say. People most know, people always do this when they make something organic. So yes, trees are organics. They belong in the organic part of the building. And another thing that you have to do right now is to add a shape on it. So basically it looks like a small twig, but then we need to add some blocks down here. This is just a small type of tree. The bigger ones are made by the other people here in Podcrash, so lol. Alright. You can use these trees for your plots, and if you want to make like small type of town, you can do it like this. Okay. Alright, so we got the parts and we got the branches right here. The branches. The body must be thick, like real thick. Not that real thick, but it's the thickest part of the tree, and the branches are like the second thickest part of the tree. It's thicker, let's say. And now you're gonna need to have a reference of your tree. As I can see here in Google, you have like a lot of twigs coming up on the SAKURA tree. So that's what we're gonna do today. And why I'm building by hand is because it's yeah, well, it's the thing for your plot, you know. Oh yeah, by the time when you want to make the leaves, you must have like a lot of patience to do it. Alright, so that's okay. If I do it. It has a lot of branches and twigs and stuff. And it also splits into two. So another thing when you want to make trees, as you can see, this is the body, right? And it goes splitting up to two or to more branches. So it basically the body getting split up, and then those branches will be splitting up into twigs. That's and those twigs will be also splitting up. So it's like dividing these things by two or three. I don't know. I hope you get what I am saying. Let's make another branches. Okay. As you can see, my English is not that really perfect. It's because I'm not that English speaker, and Yes, I always talk in German here in Germany, but I am not that really fluently in speaking German. So yeah, rip. I'm only 2 years here for now. I know you don't get, give a fuck about it, but that's the reason why I cannot talk really good English. Alright, so we got the twigs, we got everything. Now you need to expand or extend these parts of the tree by letting them to go up or to go out. Like, it's going out this way. See, it's just like that. Alright? Okay, so there are two types of making the leaves of the tree. As you can see, you can do it like this. Let me get some blocks. Okay, in order to make a sakura tree, you need to get pink stuffs like pink hardened clay, pink wool, and pink stained glass, and also some white stained glass paint. That's what you use in order to make the leaves. If you're working on a plot like in a building server or somewhere else, you need to do it by hand since you don't have way or this brush is right here. Let me write it down so you can see what I mean. Like this plugin called voxel sniper or something. Yes, you can use that if you want to make something like a terrain, for example, over there, like this thing, like this terrain. And also you can use it making organics, something like this. Yes, I made this, but it's gonna be used on a project. This was my first organic. It's kind of trashy. Well, it stays here. It's because I see the improvement between those and this. You know? Alright, so you need to do it by hand. For now, your goal is not to make it like this, like they're being connected to each other. Your goal is you don't need to connect them. Like you can place them like that, but there's no connection between like this. Like these two blocks are being next to each other. It is fine if you have something like that, but not a lot, you know? So what is the effect of this on the trees? Because it gives the trees a natural look. Okay, so you can do this for hours if you want. It depends on you of how you build. Like if you build faster enough or you have like good hands placing the blocks really fast. I'm recommending to take your time when building. Okay. Alright, let me put something here. Sakura trees. Sakura. Most of the people call this Sakura, or some of the people call this tree as cherry blossom trees. So there's no big difference, it's just the name and other people. It really depends on the people of how they call these trees, you know. Alright, so you can do this thing for hours, and then once you have that, you can add these glasses next to the pink clay. You don't need to worry because these are the second type of block for the color of the leaves. Alright, so you can add those for hours. Alright, but we're not gonna do that on this tutorial because it will take time. This is what you do if you don't have the brushes like voxel sniper or something. I guess there are other brushes, but I don't know about them. Alright, so if you have voxel sniper, you get a gunpowder and an arrow. So basically the arrow is the, let's say, the positive. It works like this, but on the gunpowder it works the same. But on some brushes, for example, the blend ball, like /BBB, you can delete those by right clicking the mouse. But when you use the gunpowder, it brings back those things and it gives more stuff. So you do this if you're making an organic, but I don't really use this. I use balls, like big balls, like let's say 6. Come on. No. Oh wait. BB. Alright, so these things, let's make something. Okay. So I use this kind of sizes or bigger balls in order to make those things. Yeah. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is I'm going to teach you of how to use the brushes for the trees and also to color and change the sponges to wood or any materials. Alright, first off, we're gonna use the arrows or the gunpowder. I most often use the gunpowder because it makes the trees look like these. It gives a natural look, but this one looks bushy. I don't know. Well, it's my thing, so I don't really care about it. Alright. So what I'm going to use is the B blob / B blob mmg 5000, and then type VR air. Okay, so what is the use of VR air? It's the material that is gonna get affected by your block. So what I mean with that, if you're gonna use stone, well, the question is, to what are you gonna use it? Well, I want to use it on the sponge, so you need to type BR19, and then 19 is the ID of sponge, as you can see. And then let's do V. I guess VR is V and then R is replace. So basically /V is your material, and let me right click on this. See, it changes. So what I am using is our material is stone. Yeah. And it will affect or replace the material called sponge. So that's the effect of VR. So right now I'm going to use VR air because there are air everywhere, and it will replace the things on the trees. And then type V35. It depends on you of what kind of block that you're gonna use but I always use wool because it's really, as you can see, the effect of this thing. So this is the effect when you right click on it, and you can do it like this. There are times that you don't need to connect those leaves, to be honest. It depends on you how you want to make it though. So alright. Another thing when building is do not make the leaves so bulgy. What I mean with that is like when you make a tree, there are like balls shape on the leaves. Don't do that, I guess, because will just it will not give the right shape for your leaves, and it will not look natural, and someone might criticize you for it. But still, it depends on you. It's just advices from me, alright? Okay, so get the stick and then type BR spear slash 50% 1596 and comma 50% slash 50% 95 6 and then the size. Let's say 3. Okay, so what is this thing? BR Spear is the brush where you can color things. It's like a paintbrush. The effect on this thing is that it will give color on the wool and give the color of the leaves as pink. Okay, so what is the use of this 50% and then on the other side is 50%? So those are like being a half, you know. Let's say half clay, which is 1596 or 159.6. That's the ID of the pink clay over there, and then 50% is the 95.6 is the ID of the pink glass over here, and then the 3 is the size of your brush. Okay, press enter. Another thing is mask 35. Alright, mask 35 is the material that you're going to replace or the material that you want to get colored by your brush. So 35 is the ID of the wool, and then it will affect on the wool. Ta-da! So you need to do it all around the tree, but we still need to add the pink wool, of course, on some parts of the area. So we need to be careful by adding these things. Alright, you can just so when you press enter or T, you can just press the arrow, the up arrow on your keyboard, and you can see the commands, so you don't need to retype them. What I'm gonna do is to go back here and change the material or the ID of the material that I want to be added with, let's say 35.6, which is the pink wool, and then it will affect on this wool by doing the mask thing. Alright, this is cool. This is what you do when you have like a server or if you have a build team or something. This is the uses of the brush for your tree, and if you don't have any server, then you can just place this thing by hand, but it will take you some time, so please have a lot of patience making trees. Okay. Alright, so this thing needs to be colored too. Come on. Cool. So we have it. We have it. Nice, 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 nice. Awesome. Okay, back to the gunpowder. Just right click it because if the brush are still there and you did not change it. Why am I doing this? Is I want to. Oh my god. Uh oh. I guess it's fine. I want to add the white stained glass or glass paint or something. Just press T, then type up, and then you can see the command. This is 95. Oh well, that's not the command. If you don't know the ID, you can just type in Google Minecraft ID list, and then it will show you a website with all of the ID of the blocks. Alright, so it's 160. 160. Oh, 160. Come on. There you go. And it must change to white to the glass paint. Cool, right? Okay. Just like what I've said, this is just a small tutorial for you guys to understand of how to use brushes when you have server, and also if you want to make something like trees like this, it will just give you some of the ideas and such. Alright, at the first place, why do we use the sponge? It's because we want that the wood will not have like something like this. Like as you can see, this part above here, we don't want that. Well, if you don't have way, well, you do not have the choice but to use this type of block. But when you have way, you can just select the positions by clicking on the ground, and make sure that you added world edit to your plugins. Pause 2. So basically I got the position of the tree right here and also here. So we are making like a box. So this thing is now inside of a invisible box, let's say. And inside of that box, it will affect of what is inside. So when we type a command, for example, replace 19 space log 12, and it will turn into a into an oak wood or oak log. But we don't want to use that. It depends on you if you want to do that. But instead, we're gonna type again br spear 50% 17 double point 13 comma 50% 162 13, and then 5 mass 19. So I guess you guys get what is the use of mass in the BR. So I will not explain it to you guys anymore. If you want to, I mean, you can just rewind the video if you want to, and also I will write the commands on the description down below. Alright, so the moment of truth is this. It is half, what is this thing? What? This is like the spruce log, and then this one is the dark oak wood. And those two will give you a very dark type of tree or logs for your tree. And it will fit on a Sakura tree because Sakura trees have like dark woods or logs. Okay, so I guess we need to I forgot about the roots. Wow. What? Okay. You need to make the roots like this. It depends on you if you how to do it or how you want to do it. But this is just an idea. So the roots will be like this, and if you see something like this thing looks odd when you look at it on this part right here, then you need to add like block on it and a block right here, so this thing will be connected and they will look into one base. They will look like a one base. Damn, I missed the time, eh? Alright, time to color this thing, and as you can see, the effect is working. So those are the use of the brushes and the commands. As you can see, there are some stuff which is not colored yet, but we don't give a fuck. Alright, cool. We still have some white wool there, but I guess it doesn't matter actually. Another thing, an idea, it was from a friend of mine. You can use fences to make small types of roots like this, and it will give some detail for your roots. Right, that. Alright, cool. Awesome. And now for this one, this thing will look like a veins or vines or how you call it, but I call it veins. I guess veins are like some organ inside of our body. So let's say vines. But when you say vine, that people will think that those videos, funny videos or something, I don't know. So this is the use of the fences for the trees, and they will give a small type of detail like veins and roots. And I guess that was it for this tree tutorial. As you can see, there are some fails around this build, but it does give you a lot of ideas and it gave you some advices and also to improve a little bit. You can just practice every day but there are times that our mothers or fathers will tell us to go to school, so it might affect your building career if you want to be a builder. And also, it is better to work with someone who is building or who is far ahead with building, so they will just give you more ideas and also to do or to cooperate in them or with them, just let's say. So yeah, if you don't have Wii or you're working on a plot in a community server or something, you can just place this block one by one, but your goal is not letting them to touch each other, for example like this. No, just do it like that, so it will give the tree a natural type of look. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys love the tutorial or like it. Do not forget to like and subscribe on the video, and for the commands that I told you, I will write them down below of this video. And thank you guys for everything. See you guys next time. Have a nice day. Goodbye.